Hi everyone, it's Ace here, and I'm joined by Cobra yet again for this dual review on the original Life is Strange.
Only rating the story here. Ace, if you would like to start us
What
off.
can you say about the story other than wow? It has such a great story and memorable characters, along with an interesting storyline that keeps you hooked and wanting to find out what happens next.
You play as Max Caulfield, who, after moving to Seattle, where Life is Strange 2 starts off, she moves back to Arcadia Bay, Oregon, because she got a scholarship, what most Americans want, but can't get nowadays. She gets to attend Blackwell Academy, which is run by a family called the Prescotts, and Nathan Prescott is a massive cock-sucking awful
I'd let
fucking
you carry
dickbag
on as I
cunt.
do agree, but if I did, you'd be here for quite a while, and the viewers would go away. Also, as some of you know, I'm a former photography student, so I was
Now I
immediately
have to interrupt
interested in
you
the...
because if I don't, you'll be talking about fucking cameras forever.
Fine, I'll move on. When Max leaves the classroom and goes to the bathroom, this is where the story starts to get intense.
The central focus of the game falls on Max and Chloe trying to find out what happened to Rachel Amber. That's Chloe's best friend after Max fucks off to Seattle. Along the way, you meet and interact with a variety of characters with varying degrees of hostility. Nathan, the game takes you on a journey. It has a nice art style to it, and the dialogue feels real to a diverse degree. Chloe is relaxed when she is stoned, but the rest of the time she is a bit pissy, like a Karen who can't talk to the manager. She is, at least in my opinion, the best part of the game.
I definitely agree. The story is her, and she is the story. Without her, the game would not be the same.
The wide and vast array of choices are the key element that invests you in the story, as you can really make it your own. This is also one of the main conversations that people tend to have about the game. For example, me and Ace talk about the choices we made a lot when we discuss the game. It's interesting to see the different choices we made. This game is unique in the fact that your choices do not just affect the present and future, but also the past. What a fucking joy that is. As if your choices were not hard enough, I can't decide if I want toast or Cocoa Puff for breakfast, never mind making choices like these. End of soliloquy. Ace.
Being busy thinking about what choices the main characters make often means you forget about the subsidiary people in the game who still exist. People like Raymond Wells and Joyce. As Arcadia Bay is a relatively tight-knit community and there are a lot of businesses that also need to thrive here.
Yeah! Even though there are probably a lot of businesses that need to thrive there, you can only go to the diner, which is a 50s style diner run by Chloe's ma, Joyce. I'ma be honest, Game Station here. It's hard, so damn hard, to talk about the story without spoilers.
Yeah, this is actually a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. Also, while I do appreciate the fact that Max is using a Polaroid camera, the game is set in 2013. There are better options available. I get as a college student that she wanted to save money, but she could have picked up a relatively cheap DSLR camera and produced higher quality photos as a result.
You got distracted by the camera thing, god damn it. We said we wouldn't before we started recording.
You shouldn't be surprised by that. If you want, I can talk about cameras some
Shut the
more.
fuck right. Anyway, the gameplay, it's pretty damn basic. It's nothing special. The walk cycle is slow, and there are some puzzles which, if you're slow, you're going to struggle, but you can look up on YouTube. The way that Max uses her rewind time power shit, if that's what you want to call it, it's like mythical shit, is nothing special, just kind of dull and standard. There are collectibles you can take photos of, but they serve no purpose, unless you're going for trophies. I do enjoy the way this game intertwined as well, life into the world. Anyway, let's move on to story ratings. Ace, you started the video, so you can start us off with the ratings.
Such a good story, but there are just a few discrepancies that prevent me from giving it a perfect score, so I rate this a 7 out of 10.
I love this story.
That's not the only thing that's loved.
Alright, don't turn this on the viewers, but Clo for life. Clo.
1 hour later.
Oh, it's my line. For life. You really feel...
That's staying in the script.
Yeah, it's fuck's sake. You really feel invested in Arcadia Bay. I give the story an 8 out of 10. It's really wanted to give it a 10 out of 10, but we discussed and could think of some points that made it not quite there. And we want to be unbiased as possible. After all, we are Honest Game Station. Like and subscribe, please. Now, Ace, what would you pay for this game?
This is a bit of a tough one for me to give a specific amount on, as the game has been around for 5 years, but just playing it once leaves a truly great story etched into your memory. I'd say it's worth anywhere from £5 to £7.50. An obscure amount, I know, but it was hard for me to pinpoint a price.
Yeah, before we continue, I'd like to say that we actually originally wrote this script last year. It's now 6 years old, but I'd pay a fiver because I'm fucking normal and can decide on things.
You can't even decide what you want for breakfast.
I decided that I would have the toast and the Cocoa Pops, and I put the Cocoa Pops on top of the toast, and I would have a Cocoa Pop toast. Anyway, when it was new, I would have went higher, but it's been out a while, as I said, and even been free on PS Plus. So yeah, I'm saying £5. As Ace stated, the game really stays with you. That's all from us. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Before we sign off, though, I would like to.
I was just about to say that we tried a previous recording before this, and I fucked up and didn't have my microphone on, so we've had to go back and re-record it because I'm a twat. But then I'm not the only one that fucked up, because if you'll have been listening and the real astute would have noticed that Cobra here decided to pause the script when he thought it was my line, like a dumbass.
Yeah, and honestly, I just. Look, right, it's like, what time is it? It's almost midday. Yeah, and, like, that's like sleepy sleep time if you're lazy, so, yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and have a nice day.